All right, it's Wednesday, and yesterday was Tuesday. I forced myself to draw a little bit, kind of tightening up the, for lack of a better term, pencils in this picture of Boots. Not much, but just making myself do some artwork so I don't like get rusty. Today's Wednesday, yeah. So yesterday we went out and did some stuff with some other people. Today I had planned to take her, there's this art group we used to go to a lot that we hadn't over the last, I don't know, a couple months for the summer because the summer program was overlapping every time they had one. But the woman who runs it, who's like sort of a friend-ish, a parent friend, whatever, has been doing it at just like this bounce house indoor air conditioning thing, which we've been to twice for birthday parties. And I guess it's like an art day at that. Anyway, the point is, the tickets weren't that bad. And I was like, oh, we could do this. We go see that lady, do a little jump around. They'll give us something to do today. But the kid has not been feeling well. And the medicine she's been taking, well, while I was gone, she wasn't feeling well. And the medicine she's taking is antibiotics, and it's giving her reactions. And it's like, should we switch? And I got to bring her to the doctor. So it's 8 o'clock. We got to be there at 9. I got a last minute appointment. The pump it up thing is supposed to happen at 10:30. So I think what we're going to do, I don't know if we're having time for breakfast. Yeah, it's going to mess things up. Because also medicine and breakfast and stuff. She's waking up now. I'm going to try to get us out of the house. Maybe if the doctor is quick enough, we'll just get like some Dunkin' Donuts or something for breakfast while we're out and then go to the bounce day. Because she's also very excited about it. I didn't tell her about it until yesterday because you don't want to let them know about these things until they're definite. Blah, 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 blah. Tomorrow is Thursday. Tomorrow I'll be going over to my mom's house and I might, for the first time in a while, we'll hang out and do some stuff, but then I might take off and try to get some work done at that little coffee shop by her house, which I haven't done in a very long time. For a while, I was a bit of a regular. Probably thought I died. And then I'll be like, hi, remember me? And they're like, no. I'm like, oh, that hurts my feelings. But I'm going to draw. I'm rambling. I haven't been up for very long. I'm at Bouncy Pump It Up Jumpy Jam. It's loud. It's still Wednesday. We went to the doctor. Everything's fine. Keep on keeping on. We went to Starbucks for breakfast. And now we're at this Jumpy that turns into art. It's been a big, long day, even though the day just started. But it's good. So it's still Wednesday. The bounce place, I briefly tried working on that Godzilla picture. I maybe did like 5 minutes and then I kept having to get up and move and it just didn't work out. Heading back, we're having some lunch out. This week is basically summer vacation and we're just doing all kinds of fun. And then tomorrow going to my mom's and I'll be getting a little work done. And then I don't know what's going on Friday. Friday there's some kind of orientation at the school, but I don't think I could bring her and I gotta check some paperwork. Meanwhile, the replacement comics, I sent an email saying, hey, they're bad and it's your fault. And they said, sorry, don't know how that happened. We'll send you new ones. So hopefully that happens quickly, but I feel like it's going to be 2 weeks minimum. I think what I'm going to start doing is assemble the PDF and send out the Dropbox download links so that the people who got the digital copies at least get them. Like the digital only people will be off my plate. And then the people who got both can at least get the digital and see that things are moving forward. Yeah. Thursday, leaving my mom's house to go to the post office, drop off a print. Go to the coffee shop I haven't been to a while to get some drawing done, but also have a lot of other, I just got a list of stuff, phone calls, social media, all kinds of stuff. But I should have a good chunk of the day to work on it today, so that's good. And also, I'm really dying for a good coffee. I haven't had a good coffee in a day. I'm testing forward, and I'm testing back. All right, it's 12:30. I did a TikTok update about RR Park's Kickstarter for their Ultraman cards, which I work for, so I wanted to promote that. It took a little longer than I thought. I was having trouble with the microphone and stuff. I want to say I've spent an hour and a half working on Godzilla. And it's mostly done. I'm gonna go in and touch up a few things, but I think the inks are mostly done. And in some ways, I think this might be the best picture of Godzilla I've ever drawn. I don't know if that's accurate, but that's how I'm feeling right now. So I'm gonna get another cup of coffee. I'm gonna double check the inks, and then I'm gonna start going into color and try to finish this and get this off my plate and move on to other things. This is, again, not something that's due for anybody but me, and it was supposed to be a little side thing, but at this point I don't want to waste it, and it will definitely be a print I can have at the San Francisco Godzilla Fest. All right, I ordered a coffee, and this is sort of my, let me revisit these areas and see if I want to change that or not. All right, 204 inking completely done, and I've gone in and done kind of the rough color. I'm not sure what I'm doing with the background. I had messed around with some like orange and stuff. I don't know if that's what I want to do, but
I wanted to make sure this was sort of a clear green that could pop out some of the details. So I sort of did the rough shading and highlights. I'll probably put in some extreme ones as well as some color ones to go with it. But I feel good with the progress I've made here. I'm going to take a break and maybe go to a store and then head back to visit with my family. All right, it's 105 degrees, which is one of the hottest days we've had this summer, but I'm not complaining about it like I normally do because I've been in air conditioning all day. Even the outdoor bathroom was air conditioned, so I have this cool shield, which you might be familiar with, where it's like I've spent hours in air conditioning, and now it almost feels kind of nice to get some warmth on my skin. That being said, it's been close to a minute, and now I'm done, so I'm gonna get in the car and turn on the air conditioning. What? It's Friday. So I got a fair amount of work done on this yesterday, and then I did start on the colors, and it's almost monochrome. I was pretty happy with the green, but I did go in and put in some sort of purplish blue for the shading in the background for the shadows, and I put a heavier red, which I then, you can see when I turn it off. Anyway, the point is I'm happy with it's coming out. I am looking again towards this, but I worry that I've done too much with like fiery backgrounds, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna stick with that. But I feel like I'm like, oh, I could finish this up in like an hour. But it probably will take me many hours as I try to figure out exactly what I want to do. The other thing is this was designed as a 9x6, but the way it's coming out, I was like, should this be an 11x17? Because it's like just a nice big Godzilla, and I can reformat it, scale it up a little bit. I think it'll be okay, and just fill in the bottom. And what I might do, for the first time I think ever, is I might offer the same image at 2 different sizes. Typically, I used to have 4 different sizes, and I'm in the process of getting down to just 2, 9x6 and 11x17. Ironically, the 9x6, the smaller one, costs more to make than the 11x17. Well, sort of. The bigger paper costs more, but I have to get the 9x6 custom cut because it's not a standard size. None of this really matters. The point is, historically, my images have always been that is the size I work to, and that's what it is. And reformatting doesn't always work out because the events aren't the same. But occasionally, I have people want something bigger or smaller, and I always assume it's because it's cheaper or whatever. Like if it's like a 11x17 for $20. So if you have it smaller, and I always think like, oh, because they don't want to spend 10 or whatever. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but more and more people, I think, maybe want smaller images because of space concerns or other reasons. It's their business. That's fine. And I'm considering doing this one in both formats because it's sort of just a general Godzilla picture. It should have broad appeal. And I was gonna make it small, and then I was like, well, maybe I'll make it big, and maybe I'll just do 10 of each and see what happens, and see if one sells better than the other, if they sell about equal. Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious. It's time for an experiment, and this might be that experiment. This is looking good. Very fabulous. Very gem. Gem is outrageous colors. It's going on 11. Normally tomorrow I would have off in the morning, but we switched it around so I don't. So I should get heading to bed. I felt really sick earlier today. I wasted all my independent playtime, not feeling good. But I felt fine before that and felt fine after that. So I had a lot of fun doing stuff with the kid, and I did a lot of housework, and we went shopping, and it was generally a good day, just with a bad chunk in the middle. I did try to touch coloring a little bit, but it's not much avail of that horror picture, not horror, Godzilla. With the horror, I wanted to get the digital copy set up for 2 and 3 so that I could send out an update talking about the second misprint and just say, hey, anybody that's getting a digital copy, I'm just going to send those out, but they're not ready. And I forgot how to make a PDF, so I had to watch some YouTube tutorials to figure out how to make a PDF. Issue 1 is already set up as a PDF in a Dropbox. I thought 2 was it was at one time, but I just found a pile of TIFFs, which are just like image files that aren't organized. So it took me a while to find the files on my computer. I found them, compiled them into a vertical PDF, but I also was doing horizontal PDFs, so I need to make a horizontal PDF of that, and then both PDFs of issue 3, which hopefully I'll be able to do tomorrow and have that update out by the end of the weekend, or Monday at the very latest. Yeah, other than that, I don't know what I did today. Stuff. I played Fortnite with Tech Advisor Urzuki after the kid went to sleep because they have the new Power Rangers update, but none of that content's really there yet. I mean, you can buy a Power Ranger suit, but like it's still partially superhero world, still partially Star Wars world, still partially regular Fortnite. It hasn't like really started doing the Power Ranger stuff yet. But tomorrow the plan is it's going to be hot, but since I'm on the morning shift, I'm going to try to go for a hike with the kid, and then go to Toast for lunch or breakfast or brunch or whatever, and then be off duty by like normally 1, but maybe I'll push it till 2 to give Tech Advisor Azuki a break, and then try to get some more work done. And yeah, I want to go back. I started page 1 of issue 4, and I have mixed feelings about it. It's like, oh, good, I'm glad I started it, but I do have other stuff I'm kind of trying to finish up at the same time. I have a commission I have to have done before. I have a show next month, and I have a commission that needs to be done, and I have a couple prints I'd like to finish up and be done, including the Godzilla print I've been working on. So it's like, should I try to hurry up and finish this page of the Horror Ray 4 when issue 3 isn't even out yet? Like, I don't know. But I very much want to get in the habit of getting a page done a week or so, like done, like beginning to end. Because if I could do that, then in, 28 weeks or whatever, or in counting the covers, let's say 30 weeks, 32 weeks. The point is I'd be able to have this issue done by the end of the year. That's not true. That's not true because we're in August. Oh, right. So let's say October, November, December, that's 9 weeks. I have 10 weeks left in the end of the year. Okay, so within a year, but not within this year. Anyway, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Careful. Oh, okay. Well, hold on to him for sure.
What is this?
That is a poker game. It's like a card game you play digitally. We're not going to get that, though. That's more like a grown-up game.
What does this thing do?
What'd you say?
Did some yard sales, went out to Toast, watched the kid a little bit longer, didn't use any screen time to make things easier for Tech Advisor Azuki. Got home and just felt tired, not sick or anything, but I haven't really been productive. No art or anything like that. I need to work on those PDFs. But Tech Advisor Azuki was putting up art and doing house stuff, and so I cleaned up a little bit and placed a few new Transformers that have been sitting in boxes like that aerial bot there. New Constructicons that I've gotten, there was a 2-pack and a single, and like basically over the last couple months I've gotten all of them but hadn't opened them, so I put them all there. I need 2 more to make Devastator, and then I have to decide if I'm selling my old Devastator or not. But productive. Says all 3 of these are Transformers I'm getting rid of. It's good because I'm like, oh, I'm getting rid of stuff. But it's bad because, like, here's the pile of stuff I'm getting rid of, and needs a step 2 here. Step 2.
94.
Very good. It is almost 6. We're running late for dinner. I'm helping out unexpectedly a little bit extra today, which is fine. I just got done formatting the horizontal digital issue 2, which I messed up and had to do a second time, but I'm uploading those now. So 1 and 2 are ready, and I still have to do 3, which I'll either do tonight or tomorrow. But now I gotta figure out dinner. The rice place? Better. So we're in downtown Little Tokyo, and I don't remember having this problem before. It's a parade day. It's busy. There's a lot of roads closed and stuff, and there's no bathrooms. There's not a public bathroom in the mall. All of the restaurants, it's not just not for customers, it's for nobody. So we had to walk across the street over by the metro station, and there's this weird throne box out here in the middle of nowhere that you maybe have to pay for. Yeah, it's very weird. Very weird. Don't like it. -1 star to this whole area that there's nowhere to pee, especially after driving an hour and a half and then spending 30 minutes trying to find parking. Ridiculous. So it was free. I think it's solar powered. This whole thing is very weird. Having an extra bathroom available is not a bad thing, but the fact that it's like across the street and down the road, and there's restaurants. How do they not, people are eating and drinking. This is why people are peeing in the street, because what else are you gonna do? It's ridiculous. See, it's nice in here. It's air conditioned, it's clean, there's music, there's changing. It's nice. As a supplementary, I think this is great, but as the only thing, not so much. I got a breakfast burrito, and I was able to take out the meat, and usually that just means I pay for meat I didn't get, but they had avocado as a substitute, which is fantastic. That would be nice, but I'm glad we're going on an adventure.
Oh my god.
Whoa!
Quarter to 11 on Sunday. Had a big day out in LA and then a couple other places. It didn't go exactly how we planned, but it was a big long day out. Got home, dealt with the kid and everything. No drawing, but I finished putting together the PDFs for the Kickstarter for the horror. And everybody got them, including people who weren't supposed to. Now, this is not that big a deal. There are some tiers that were physical only, et cetera, et cetera. I am still waiting on the third printing of the comic. The shirts had gone out. I thought everyone who got a shirt, ordered a shirt, had got one, but I realized somebody never filled out their survey, so I had to message them and say, hey, I owe you a shirt, but I need to know where to send it, as well as the comics when they come in. And then I set up all 3 comics, vertical and horizontal, set them up in the Dropbox, and I thought I selected people to send the link to that got all 3, and I sent it to them. Then I found people that just had issue 3 digital, and I sent it to them. And then I'm like, let me see who else needs one. And I just started noticing that every single backer had at least 2 messages. The message of here's the links for all 3, and the message of here's the link for just issue 3. Because I thought I was clicking send to the selected people, but it was sending to everybody. Whoops, mistake. Let me quick unsend those. I just did it a second ago. You can't unsend, delete, or change or modify messages at all in Kickstarter. So everybody gets digital copies. Everybody gets digital copies. That's fine because that's everybody who had given me money. Everybody who wanted a digital copy got one. And some people who paid for physical copies also got a digital copy. So hopefully nobody will be mad. The only people I could see being mad would be people that bought digital only and are like, well, how come they get it? But I think it's an honest mistake. And I think everybody that backed it wanted to support me. And this just means other people getting digital copies. I think it's okay. It's annoying that I made the mistake, and it's more annoying that Kickstarter's designed that you cannot change it once you've made that mistake. And I guess it's to avoid fraud and all this other stuff, but it's like, I don't know. Anyway, that's done. It's quarter to 11. The kids start kindergarten tomorrow, and the first day or two, I'm going to go in and like set her up and stuff, so I got to get ready for that. Also, a snack for school, which is new. So yeah, that's that. Anyway, I'm going to go to bed. Just dropped the kid off for her first day of kindergarten, and now I am back at Coyote Coffee, where I haven't been in a while, to get some work done.
It's 11:10, and I did a little bit of email and other things. I used this image to create a social media post, even though it's an old one. I started working on this Godzilla, which I wanted to finish this today with my goal, but I needed to format it to be 11 by 17, and it's losing some resolution, so I think I need to do that on my computer in Photoshop, but I did experiment with putting some red here. So I'm gonna have to resize it at home and then come back to the color later today, tomorrow, whatever. Then I remembered I had to do a sketch cover as one of my rewards for Kickstarter, and the request was to have me and the horror. So I basically drew myself at the coffee shop I'm in, trying to get the work done, and the horror kind of looking over my shoulder. So I'm not gonna do any more on this because I gotta transfer it to the actual cover, but that's what I got done. And now it's like 11, so I have some time left, but I'm gonna go home and take care of some stuff there, maybe resize that image, and then go pick up the kid.
First day back, first day back to school, first day to kindergarten. Went well, no problems, everything's good. It's a little weird coming in a different entrance, and there's like a more of a public bathroom and things like that. But check this out. This has nothing to do with what I was just talking about. Wraps, gator wraps. Oh, this is like I thought this was just somebody's car, and it is, but it's obviously like a demo car or like a advertisement car. But what I like about it is that it looks like a Hot Wheels, which means that my uncle, who is a car enthusiast for real, will not like it. But since I like toys and not real cars, I like it.
Hey, it is Tuesday. I'm at an abode where I haven't been in a while, and it's very dead in here, which I don't mind. It's kind of a nice quiet morning. That is gonna be traditional, but I'm kind of almost needed to work it out. I didn't need to, but I'm a maniac, and so I'm probably gonna do a light transfer of this, similar to the way I do the sketch cards. And then I also worked some more on the colors of this, and I'm struggling. I'm getting closer with the background, and I originally planned on doing red, but I felt like I had to go in and really pull the details. And I like it, but it's not necessarily what I had in mind. And then I was thinking of doing something more like this. So this is what I'm working on today, trying to figure out the final thing here. Also, I had originally outlined everything in white, all the dorsal plates, and then I went back and unoutlined most of them, and then there was like a white hole. A lot of stuff that was working in the black and white, basically, that wasn't working in color. And so I may go in and take this white off of here, and maybe edit it in color, but I sort of have like a white hole line around the ink, which I'm not sure if it's working. I'm probably gonna leave that for now and figure out the bigger color issues, but first coffee.
I sort of finished that Godzilla picture. I'm gonna revisit it. It's one of those things where there's a lot I like about it, and maybe it's done, but maybe I'm overthinking it. But the color, I don't know. I'm leaving it done. Came home. I did some social media. I took out all the garbage in the house. I'm trying to get a little bit of housework done. Got to pick up the kids. Once again, has become a huge mess. I'm trying to clear this area because I need to do some work at my drawing table, some commissions and stuff. So I'm trying to clear this, trying to move this out. I have a lot of this is for the Kickstarter, which just keeps perpetually not being done because of printing issues. These are extra misprints that I'm filling with these, not including the whole new box I got. This was like the end of the first batch that I just had a few sitting around. So I'm prepping these, getting rid of that, and just trying to do this. Okay, once again, the illusion of progress here. Took my reward Kickstarters, got them off the floor, put them in bags and boards. Kickstarter, my reward prints. There's more reward prints there. These are stuffed. Those ones are missing the pages. Moved a lot over here. These are the comic book mailers that were suggested by Scott Cirkland. I might start building some of these, and then the rest I'll put away somewhere instead of having them in the big flat box that was there. So I did get rid of that box, sort of. Consolidated a lot of things that I'm going to sell over here. This is a bunch of prints. This will be gone because I'm no longer selling these prints, but I have the ones currently, and I have bags and boards that could be used for other things. But anyway, it's just sort of there, so there's nothing I can really do about that right now. Next, I need to tackle this, and mostly it's going to involve moving a lot of that over here while maintaining a path through my hoarder's mess. This is all stuff that theoretically I'm supposed to fix and glue, but at some point I might be like, I'm throwing it out, but we're not there yet. And I'm actually going to end it here, so that'll be the end of this video. I'll see you next week. Okay, you ready?
Yes. Go Godzilla monster. Godzilla monster. Go Godzilla monster. Go Godzilla monster. Do monsters know what love is? Of course, everyone knows what love is, even the cartoons. Love from Godzilla. Love from Godzilla. Love from just as you are in all the cartoons. Love from Godzilla.
That's awesome. I love it.